is a solution which follows a Raoult's law overall range of concentration.
Okay. So what is non-ideal solution?
Which does not follow Raoult's law.
It does not follow. What are the other properties of ideal solution that we discussed?
The intermolecular attractive forces between A and BB are the same of those between AB.
And did we discuss for non-ideal as well? Only for ideal we discussed. Yeah. Only for ideal we discussed.
Yeah, we just started, I think.
Okay.
1.0.
Thank you, Hitesh. That means we have just started the discussion on ideal solution. So as we said, ideal solution and non-ideal solution, the classification is done based on the Raoult's law. Any solution, just like an ideal gas equation, like we got it for the gaseous substance, for a solution, the Raoult's law, based on the Raoult's law, we can classify it as ideal solution and non-ideal solution. So any solution which is following Raoult's law over the entire range of concentration will be termed as ideal solution. And here the interaction between the particles AA, BB are same between those AB. Here what does that mean is that if you have a particle, say example, you take benzene separately taken in a container and take toluene separately in another container. So there will be interaction between the particles of benzene inside the pure solution solvent. Similarly, particles of toluene also will be interacting between them when it is when it is a pure form. But when you mix both of them together in another container with both benzene and toluene, then the interaction between benzene and toluene is same as what was the interaction between benzene molecule and between toluene molecule. That is what they meant by the attractive forces between AA. That means the same particle A and the same particle B will be equal to the interaction between the particle A and B when you mix them into form a solution. So this is what, for an ideal solution, it will be always true that when they have taken separately what was the attractive forces between the particle, same attractive forces will operate even after mixing. This is what the second point. Intermolecular attractive forces between A and B are same between A and B after mixing. So if you got take component A and B separately, what was it attractive forces between the particle? Same attractive forces operates even after mixing A and B together. So this is the second property of ideal solution in terms of their intermolecular attractive forces. Third and fourth points for the ideal solution, as you can see, delta H mix is equal to 0, delta V mix is equal to 0, which means when you are mixing up solution A and B to form, so pure substance A and B to make a solution, then there is no change in heat energy. Delta H mix means enthalpy change during the mixing. There is no energy taken, no heat taken, or heat is given out during the mixing of component A and B to form a solution. So no change in energy means when you mix, it's actually free mixing without required any energy or liberation of energy is taking place. Similarly, delta V mixing means change in volume due to mixing. Change in volume due to mixing is also equal to 0, mean when you mix A and B, the total volume of A and total volume of B, if you add them, will be equal to the volume of the solution. There is no increase, there is no decrease in the volume. That is what change in volume mix is equal to 0, mean volume is neither lost or added during the mixing of the solution. So 10 ml benzene, 10 ml toluene mean you will get a 20 ml of benzene toluene mixture or mix of solution. So this is what they meant by delta V mix is equal to 0, and enthalpy of change in enthalpy mean there is no heat is required or taken given out during the mixing of solution. So that is the property. These are the 4 properties of ideal solution. Usually they ask for 2 marks for comparing the properties of ideal and non-ideal. So solution which follows Raoult's law over the entire range of concentration. It's not like you can define it as just like it follows the Raoult's law. It should follow if you take any concentration. That is what the over the entire range of concentration mean. Then you have intermolecular forces between the same particles A and B will be equal to the interaction between A and B. Then enthalpy of mixing and volume of mixing, change in volume, both are equal to 0. There is no heat energy taken or liberated during the mixing of solution, and change in volume is also 0. That means volume is not increased or decreased during the mixing of solution. So this is if any solution which follows these 4 properties together is known as ideal solution. So this graph is just like a Raoult's law graph because it's just following Raoult's law. So no need to draw it again. Only write ideal solution, 4 properties and examples. Examples are also important because you may be given as a multiple choice question to choose which pair is correctly follows the Raoult's law or which is the ideal solution. So 3 examples are given here: benzene and toluene, normal hexane and normal heptane, bromoethane and chloroethane. So these 3 are the examples given for the ideal solution. That means they behave ideally at all the concentration, range of concentration, and they have same interactive forces between the particle even after mixing, and there is no change in heat or there is no change in volume during mixing. So these are the 4 properties of ideal solution, and these 3 combination follows these all the properties. Benzene and toluene, normal heptane and normal hexane, and bromoethane and chloroethane. Is it clear?
Yes.
So if you understood what is an ideal solution, you will be able to give me an idea what is a non-ideal solution. The properties, the 4 properties of non-ideal solution. What will be the first statement for non-ideal solution? It does not follow Raoult's law over the all range of concentration. Then, yeah, attractive forces between AA and BB is not same like A and B, right? And third property, delta H mix will be not equal to 0 and delta V mix is not equal to 0. So this is what comes under non-ideal solution.
How can delta V is not equal to?
There will be some mixing, maybe like volume vaporization may happen extra or something like, but the volume will be, there will be some change. It won't be.
Like, so for example, there's 500 ml of water and some other something. Like they do say they do ideal solution, then you mix that, it will be 1 liter, right?
Yeah.
But
if it is, it
won't
won't come as 1 liter. It will be slightly less or more. So you can just write properties of non-ideal solution. It does not follow Raoult's law. Intermolecular attractive forces between AA and BB are not same as those between AB. Enthalpy of mixing and volume of mixing is not equal to 0. There is change in enthalpy and change in volume due to mixing. But here I have not given any example for non-ideal solution. That is basically because we are going to classify the non-ideal solution and then we will discuss the example in that category. Rather than giving here as a what are non-ideal solution, we will discuss it's a subdivision of non-ideal solution. Then we'll discuss the examples. Done? Yes, Nabil, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's what about the major classification as an ideal and non-ideal solution. And as I said earlier, we have further classifying the non-ideal solution. You're still writing, okay, take your time.
No.
Done? Johan? Right. No.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, could you please explain the second point again?
Intermolecular attractive forces?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. If you take particle substance A, so there will be a lot of particles inside that substance. So let's say A is the substance, and then you have B as a substance. So there will be a lot of particles B. And after that, you're mixing A and B together to this another container. Okay. So when you take pure sample A, the interaction is between the particles A and A, right? And here the interaction is between B and B. So this interaction between A and B and B, if it is same is between A and B is also happening, that is what an ideal solution is. Right? If you take alcohol and water, the interaction between water molecules and the interaction between ethanol molecule is same as that of interaction between water and ethanol molecule, then it will come under ideal solution. If the interaction is different, that means between water and alcohol, the interaction is between them is different from interaction of water between water molecules and ethanol molecule, then it will come under non-ideal solution. So that is what they meant by intermolecular attractive forces. So that is a basic reason why solutions are behaving non-ideally or it deviates from Raoult's law because of this difference in the interactive forces. So this second point is the reason why all the solutions are not behaving ideally, or you can say why they deviate from Raoult's law because of this difference in the interactive forces. For some cases, after mixing, interactions are more stronger, and in some other cases, after mixing, interactions become weaker. So it depends on the type of particle that you are dealing with. Okay, am I clear, Jonathan?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so that's what we're going to discuss here as in detail in non-ideal solution. The cause of this deviation for non-ideal solution, why they deviate from Raoult's law or ideal solution behavior is because the difference in the interaction at the molecular level, the type of interaction between the particle when they were in the pure form and when they part of a solution, that is a mixture, is different. That is why they deviate from the ideal behavior or ideal solution or Raoult's law. They don't follow the Raoult's law. And the reason for being the nature of interactions at the molecular level. As a molecule, how they interact before and after mixing is the reason why they behave non-ideally. So types of non-ideal solution. There are two types of non-ideal solution. One which is showing positive deviation from Raoult's law. It's actually from, okay, very good. Solution showing positive deviation from Raoult's law and solution showing negative deviation from Raoult's law. This is what the classification of non-ideal solution. There are certain solutions which shows a positive deviation, a greater value compared to that of Raoult's law, and there are some other solution which shows lesser value, that is negative deviation from Raoult's law. So we need to discuss these two categories in detail. Solution showing positive deviation and solution showing negative deviation. So let's discuss the first category. The one showing positive deviation. Previous slide, yeah. Done? Okay, so write the first side heading, solution showing positive deviation from Raoult's law. So before we look into the properties, just look into the graph. The normal green dotted lines were the one which was there for the Raoult's law. And for the one which is showing positive deviation, you can see the values are elevated, right? It's showing greater value than what you calculated using Raoult's law. So the actual graph was expected shown in green color, and in for the one which is showing positive deviation, the reality is that their pressure, the vapor pressure calculated, like compared to the what you calculated, the actual value will be more than what you calculated using Raoult's law. So that's what you can see in the solution which shows positive deviation. The attractive forces between AA and BB are stronger than AB, leading into the increase in the vapor pressure resulting. That means when solution A was taken separately, B was taken separately, the particles were so attracted to each other that vaporization was very less. When it is pure form of A and in the pure form of B, between the particle there was a stronger attractive force, because of which the vaporization was not happening, because particles are trying to attract each other. So if there is a strong attraction, they can't change into the vapor state. So the vapors was less in number. But when you mix into A and B is mixed in a solution, now particle A and B is not much attracted, so vaporization is easy. So what happened? The vapor pressure will be more than what we expect because of the less interaction between particle A and B. So this is what showing positive deviation. The vapor pressure calculated and the actual vapor pressure, if you compare, the actual vapor pressure will be always greater than what you calculated from Raoult's law. That is what given as the first property here. PA and PB is greater than, usually we write like this, PA is equal to PA not chi A. Equal sign will be there, but here instead of an equal sign we write greater than, because always the vapor pressure will be more than what you calculated using Raoult's law. And the reason is because the attractive forces of particles AA and BB is more stronger than the one between A and B. That means after mixing, the attraction between the particles are weak, so that vaporization is more. More vaporization means more vapor pressure. So this is what happening for the solution with positive deviation. Here everything will be positive. If there is a delta H mixing is greater than 0, that is it's a positive value, it's an endothermic, and delta V mix is greater than 0 means there is an increase in the volume after mixing. And the example here given is cyclohexane and ethanol. So when cyclohexane and ethanol is separate, there is strong attraction between there with particles. So vapor pressure is less. But after mixing, you can see that there is a weak attraction between cyclohexane and ethanol. As a result, vapor pressure will be more than what you expect. That is why these kind of solutions are known as the one showing positive deviation from Raoult's law. So this graph is actually self-explanatory. It's showing the normal expected green line as per the Raoult's law and the elevated line that is for the one showing positive deviation. So roughly draw the diagram also, the graph also.
Isn't it supposed to be mole fraction of B?
Yeah, here, sorry, it's B. But I have already uploaded the notes. If you see in the note file section, it's there. So for this first part, the full notes are uploaded till Azeotrops. And also I have uploaded one file for goal setting. Goal setting mean what is your expectation in chemistry, like long term and short-term goal. It's there. Huh? Take a printout and stick in your notebook. All of you, okay? So next time when I'll ask you to upload the notes, it should be from along with this goal setting page. Yeah, first page. After your name index page, you can put this, stick this page, goal setting and fill the detail. It's not like just you're sticking it. You need to fill the details as well.
Ma'am, can we draw it?
If you want, you can draw it as well.
Okay, ma'am.
Now you can easily connect what is negative deviation. Solution showing negative deviation from Raoult's law. What it will be?
A and B,
Hmm.
and the weaker than the
Weaker than AB and then
Even.
reach the decrease.
decrease.
Everything just opposite, and you will see the reality. The vapor pressure will be less than what you calculated from Raoult's law. So I'll change the slide. Yeah. Okay. So here everything exactly opposite. Negative deviation, the solution showing negative deviation mean particles between AA and BB is weaker than A and B. That is, after mixing there is a considerable attraction between these two particles. As a result, the vapor pressure will be less because more interaction is after mixing the two solutions. So more solution interaction mean vaporization will be less. So less vapor pressure. There will be decrease in vapor pressure in resulting solution because attractive forces between particles A and B is more stronger. So here you can see partial pressure calculated will be less than what you calculated using Raoult's law. And here enthalpy of mixing and volume of mixing is also less than 0. Example is chloroform and acetone. And the graph, as you can see, it's showing a dip in the expected value, a decrease in the value. The normal green line is as per the Raoult's law. The blue violet line is for showing a negative deviation, a dip or the decrease in the value. This is also another question of comparing like positive and negative deviation solution showing positive and negative deviation from Raoult's law. So here also basically 4 different points you can write in terms of attractive forces, in terms of total pressure, I mean the partial pressure, enthalpy of mixing and volume of mixing, and also you can include the graph as a point of difference, like the graph will be having a dip if it is a negative deviation or elevation if there is a positive deviation. Any doubt in any of these points, ideal and non-ideal, solution showing positive and negative deviation. It's very simple, but still it's very important as well.
Oh, ma'am.
Yeah.
I had started the grade 12 notes in the grade 11 book only, so where will I stick the target setting?
Immediately after when you start, no, there will be some pages left between the two grades, right? In between. Yes, Diane.
Yes.
So there you stick, yeah. Actually, you're supposed to take a new notebook for the new academic year. Okay, can I change the slide now? Done? Clear? Right. The last topic in the first part of this chapter, that is about azeotrophs. Azeotrophs are binary mixtures. That means made up of two components. Binary mixtures mean made up of two components. And what is their specialty is that their composition in liquid and in the vapor state is same. That is when we call it as azeotroph. That means if you take a solution, say 95% alcohol and 5% water, if you take such a composition, that particular composition, when you vaporize the solution, in the vapor state also the composition will be 95% water, I mean alcohol, and 5% of water. So such kind of binary mixtures where its composition in the liquid state and in the vapor state is same are called azeotrophs. So all the composition of ethanol and water mix is not an azeotroph. If you take 50% of alcohol and 50% of water, then that is just like a normal solution. It is not an azeotroph. So only at particular composition, the binary mixtures can act as an azeotroph, where the concentration, composition inside the liquid, I mean the composition inside the liquid state and in the vapor state are same. That is when it calls azeotrophs. So binary mixtures having same composition in liquid and vapor phase, and they boil at constant temperature. So what happens is like it's very difficult to separate the components of an azeotroph using fractional distillation because they have a same boiling point. So you can't separate once it reaches an azeotropic concentration, then you cannot separate the components water and alcohol. Again, it's a very important 2-mark question. What is azeotroph? Okay, so no problem. We'll continue azeotrophs in the next class. I think just 2 more slides from this topic, azeotroph, then we are done. Then we have to go for colligative properties. That is the second part of solutions. So please make sure that you're complete and up to date with the notes.